So as I was saying, Nicki Minaj completely misunderstood. She is a sweet
She's
angel.
wonderful, apparently.
Then we moved on to Drake's a Dick, and then we passed Drake's a Dick, and we went to Christina. Christina, another one. Everyone says she's a bitch. Not a bitch.
Oh,
Wait, Aguilera?
Sweetest angel, yes.
Okay.
I would go there. She would send a driver to pick me up. She would order whatever snacks I wanted the second I arrived. She was
nice.
sweet to literally everyone, but still somehow rumors got out that she's a bitch or that she's this and that.
Oh.
And it's just not true, you know?
She's a cute little girl.
She's cute and sweet.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
She's tiny. I've seen her, yes. She's very tiny.
too.
She's like a little China doll.
Yeah, but people say she's a bitch, and it's not true. You know, she's just not a bitch. Nicki Minaj nor Christina Aguilera. So those are the two surprising ones that I would say would surprise people to hear
Yeah,
that they're sweet.
Right. Okay, well that's
nice.
good to know.
Yeah, we like
You know,
that. We
I
like
have
to
a
hear
lot
that
of
they're
positive
sweet.
news. You know, it's not
Okay.
just negative.
What
That's
about
great.
someone like Beyonce?
Well, Beyonce, I've had a couple of odd encounters. I have a regret. I was called in the middle of the night one day to go do Beyonce's ponytail at the Chateau Marmont. This was pre Jay-Z, so I rejected it and regret it to this day.
Oh.
So wait, I'm sorry. Wait, are you like a doctor? Like you keep your phone on, like you're on call?
Yeah, but this was a weird one. It was like, you know, we want you to come at 1 a.m. to go do Beyonce's ponytail at the Chateau Marmont. And I was just like, I don't want to go. Like,
What does that mean, do your ponytail? Because I know, like,
Yeah.
this
I mean,
she
one
probably
just
had
gets
a
a
shoot.
scrunchie and puts
Yeah,
it
you
up.
just
She
put it
probably
up
had a
in a-
shoot or an interview or she needed to go somewhere. I don't know what it was.
She needed
but,
a fancy ponytail.
but I didn't go. But I do have an amazing, a crazy Beyonce moment where at the, like a few years ago at the MTV Awards,
Video awards?
there was this heavily guarded room. And I mean, it had 2 bodyguards outside of it and no one could pass it. But I grabbed a clipboard and
Is that all it takes?
wait, a clipboard.
Let me
Honey,
borrow that, honey.
I grabbed a clipboard and I just wanted to know what was in that room. I didn't know what was in there. I had no idea what was going on, but I knew that it was a place I wasn't supposed to be. And so then I knew it was a place that I wanted to be. And so I took a clipboard, waited for one of the guards to be sort of distracted, and another one was looking in another way. I just grabbed my clipboard and I just walked straight into this room.
You had no idea who was in there.
No idea who was in there, but it was Beyonce. And so Beyonce was there alone on the stage wearing her Tom Ford bodysuit, metal bodysuit, and she was doing her sound check for her performance. So I walk in, she's in a room about this small. So Beyonce's like right where about you are, but like 4 feet
You're
up.
Beyonce.
You're Beyonce. I walk in with my clipboard and I look and I'm like, oh my God. So then I knew that I was in trouble because I had to like pretend like I had a reason to be in there. So I just like looked around at the light and wrote with my non-existent pen.
Erasable pen.
Everything was good. And then I just stood there and she performed an entire song to just me.
Amazing.
And then I was like, okay, everything's perfect. And I walked out.
You're good, honey.
So I have no Beyonce story besides that. Surprising though, other surprises. Oh, that was the only really surprising ones. I think everyone else sort of presents themselves as they are, you know, and I would say it's pretty on point, like how they present themselves.
Okay.
We'd
Well,
like to
that's
hear
pretty
that.
cool. And then I know that you are writing a book.
I am writing a book, which is almost done, called Celebrities Suck. And
We won't be in that book.
We're not in it.
no, there's a lot of
We don't suck and we're not a celebrity.
no, there's
Those
celebrities.
2 reasons not to be in the book.
No, there's celebrities in the book that don't suck. There's only like a handful that suck. But, you know, like I said about the rabbit poop, you know, celebrities are rabbit poop, cuter than other poop, but still little pieces of shit. So I just called my book Celebrities Suck, which is almost done. I have like 2 or 3 more chapters to write before I start, like, you know, giving it to publishing companies and all that. But
so
it'll
we have a chance.
It'll
to
be out
actually
in
We
make it in
still
the book.
might make it in the last 2 chapters.
Because we don't suck. We're not celebrities, but not all suck, so maybe not all are celebrities.
We'll
I'm
do like
gonna
bunnies.
probably mention you guys in the intro.
Ooh.
Like, thank you, Calababes. But my book will probably be out in 2021.
Okay.
Published by Delicious Publishing Company.
And
Okay.
by then we will be famous, so it's going to be okay.
Calababes is about to blow up, people. You guys don't understand. I'm here for a reason. I've had many offers. I asked these girls to be here. They did not ask me to be here, by the way.
That is very true.
I was
That
like,
is true.
I want to be on your podcast that just started.
Maxi. We'll see if we can
Okay.
fit you in.
Yes.
And they fit me in through between all these other stars that they interviewed on their podcast already, actual stars. And so there's a reason I'm here. But what was I saying? Oh, that was it.
Well, we were talking about your book.
Oh,
Celebrity
my book.
Sucks. Yeah.
It talks about also celebrities I encountered before I started working in the entertainment industry.
Oh.
Just as
So, like,
friends and like
no, like who knew?
acquaintances?
No, like who knew you could be standing outside of your apartment building, waiting for a taxi, and then a celebrity might pull up and ask to pay you to have sex with them, type of thing.
Wow.
So, oh yeah, that happened to me 3 or 4 times.
What?
You're like, I'm just here trying
you
to
working?
waiting for
No,
an
I
Uber.
wasn't
What if you
working.
were
I wasn't
apartment
working.
building?
I was going to work at like a little phone message service place. I was an innocent person standing outside of my building, which happened to be, what I found out later, located at Vaseline Alley, which they call it, near a dirty bookstore and a gay bar. But I didn't know any of this. I
Oh,
just moved
you were
here.
You were
the
innocent.
Bermuda Triangle there.
I was in Satan's Triangle.
It was a V.
But
just
I
a
didn't
V.
know it. I just thought, I didn't know it at all. I just had moved to LA, so I didn't know where I was or anything. I was just
Aw,
outside.
sweetie.
Cars would pull over, huge celebrities offering tiny amounts of money to do horrific shit. So I would just, if I recognized them, I would just talk to them. You know, I'd be like, oh my God, it's Eddie Murphy or whatever.
Uh-oh.
Eddie, don't even try. Eddie tried to pick me up like 4 or 5
He
times.
likes to go to the Bermuda Triangle.
No, I never. Apparently, you know what? I should clear this up for Eddie. So Eddie apparently does not have sex with the people that he's constantly pulling over and trying to talk to.
Okay.
Because he's tried to talk to me like 4 or 5 times. I used to work at this place on La Cienega called La Vion Rose. So I would dress up in drag and I would walk a block home. And in that 1 block walk, I would say week after week after week, Eddie was there in a different black convertible car with sunglasses on. And finally, the last time, I just turned to Eddie and I said, Eddie, you're going to get in trouble. And he just laughed, and my friend Coco left with him. And I was like, what did Eddie want? But Eddie didn't really even want to have sex with Coco. He just
Wanted to hang
talked
out.
to Coco and asked Coco tons of weird questions about, and I was like, oh, well, maybe he's just doing a thing.
Curious.
Well, or finding out about a role that he's
Right.
playing, you know? Cut to, he never played a tranny role.
I was trying to
But-
think of a movie.
Yeah. Just interested.
But,
Eddie Murphy, right?
Yes, Eddie
yeah,
Murphy.
Eddie. But
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie,
Yes, what movie?
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
no, he played as a woman before in some movie, but he didn't play like a transgender person. So I just thought it was weird. But then along the way, other stories unfolded with a little bit of standing on beds and jumping up and down naked type of thing. But I never knew him like that. But my friend Coco, who also didn't do the jumping up and down on the bed, but Coco, he called Coco for probably 2 years on the phone just to talk. So Eddie, the thing is, yeah, I outed you a bit, but basically I'm clearing shit up. You're not having sex with these trannies. You're doing some other weird shit. You know?
Just getting information.
But then there was also Joel Schumacher.
Getting juicy.
Who was the director of St. Elmo's Fire, tried to pick me up. And
I love that movie.
he really broke my heart because he was like, you're a genius. I need you to help me with all my scripts and stuff. And I was like, really? Oh my God, this is amazing. Cut to, also, it'd be great to watch you and your boyfriend have sex. And I was like, what?
He wanted to
So
watch.
he wanted to watch us have sex. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. And it turned out he did not want to, have me go through his films. And
Oh.
No. So it was a Me Too moment. He was offering me a job. He's dead, so you can't really confirm it or anything, but
we're not going to do our investigating.
But it's true. And my boyfriend at the time didn't want to do it. I did talk to my boyfriend about it. I was like,
You would have done it.
Well, no, I don't know if I would have.
If your boyfriend said yes, you would have done it.
No, I would have thought about it. But I would not have done it because he was offering me a big career. What was I going to do?
Uh-huh.
He was.
What was your boyfriend getting out of it?
I was going to write all these scripts. I would have probably written Lost Boys. You know, so, but no, I would not.
I do love that
Probably.
movie.
I definitely wouldn't have done it. But, so I wrote the book because I just wanted to give, again, I don't gossip or reveal any secrets in my book. If I caught people shooting up heroin or found out they were gay or anything like that, I don't talk about it in my book. I only talk about my opinions.
Right.
And my interaction with that person. Because I have a lot of, famous friends or whatever. I don't want any of them to think that I would ever, reveal the secrets. Because I wouldn't. I would take all that to my grave. But my opinion is coming out. I am gonna express my opinion about these people. Because that's not, against the rules of the industry. To say, oh, I think he's a piece of shit. And that's okay, I'm not saying why he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit because he rapes his girlfriend or whatever. I don't go into that. I just go into he's a piece of shit. So
he's rabbit poo.
And I go into graphic detail in my book about my opinion and all that.
When is this book coming out?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are not listening at all. 2021.
Well, we're 2021, right. But is there are we going to be on your book tour? Because I need to start making resis.
No, after it's done, I have to still shop it around to publishers.
Okay.
To see the best deals I can get or whatever.
Right. Well, everyone's going to want it, so we
already know that. Everyone will want this book.
Everyone will want it. So maybe you should just run it through us first.
Yes.
Because apparently we know it's really going on.
All 48 viewers that are viewing this right now. You know what? I wanted 48 viewers because I'm saying a lot of things that I didn't want to go on some platform that was huge with all these questions at the end that I couldn't really answer or whatever. I wanted to go with people that I was comfortable and happy with.
Or so
and I
happy
feel like
that
you
did.
And I feel like your podcast is going to be huge one day because you have so many huge people on it.
Well, that's so exciting.
I'm the most non-relevant person you've ever had on this.
Oh, please.
I don't agree with that. We love everyone who's been on the show. And I think that you bring a certain spice.
But I'm pretty irrelevant to the world of,
I don't know about that.
I'm not the person. I'm the person's person.
But you know what I like is
You're real.
You can pick out the rock stars. You picked out the Lady Gaga. You picked out the Beyonce. Do you know what I mean? You picked out the Cala Babes. I feel
you asked to be on our show, so you can actually.
They did not ask me to be here.
Pick them out from the crowd.
Maxi wanted us. We're all right.
Thanks, Maxi.
Well, I mean, I've known you guys for over 10 years.
I know.
So that is part of it. You're, so you know all this.
Well, we feel very privileged. I just
want
to let you know.
I spilled food on my list of things that I wanted to talk about.
Disaster.
A lot of shit happened.
It's usually me, but thank you, Maxi, because you took the pressure off me. I'm usually the one spilling things and getting crazy.
A lot of shit has happened.
Oh, right now?
Though. We've had
Mercury's
no sound.
in retro?
Yeah, deep.
Wow.
Deep.
I don't know about all that.
That's why you're spilling everything.
Yes.
No.
Mercury's in retro.
No, I always do.
So do I.
But I mean, we've
That's
had
why
a
we
lot
have
of difficulties.
technical difficulties.
Oh, the electronical difficulties.
We have not been heard. I understand. I know this has been a sort of annoying.
We're going to have to do this again.
Well, they're going to edit it, and then you guys are going to watch it later edited without all the sign
language problems.
going on. Sign language we were doing.
YMCA.
And I'm really sorry, but this is what you got to deal with. It's a new podcast.
It's new. It's our first time doing live.
Brand new.
Yeah.
But
first live.
I do want to, I do have another question is how did you get into the Brittany movement? Free Brittany.
Well, I would say anyone with a heart cares about, or wonders about what's going on with Brittany.
I do wonder.
Absolutely.
She's someone who a couple of years ago was making hundreds of millions of dollars, having a show in Vegas.
Very talented.
And also, may I say, she did nothing wrong to be put into this conservatorship. She was caught shaving her head one day as a statement, as a rebellion against the paparazzi. She accidentally showed her hoo-ha with the paparazzi, which now all celebrities show intentionally.
Yes, they make videos.
But I personally feel that her dad is just a pile of crap who took advantage of that moment and who sort of steered it in the direction of, oh, she's lost her mind, or oh, she's like stuck on drugs, etc., etc. Any other celebrity would have gone to rehab once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I know celebrities that who will remain nameless who have been to rehabs 10 and 12 times and their lives are fine. They're running their own lives. Sometimes their finances are partially controlled so they don't go into crazy spending things. But never in our history, if you knew anyone, if your neighbor was under a conservatorship and couldn't do what they wanted to do, but you sort of knew that that neighbor didn't need to be controlled or didn't need someone monitoring their life, then you would be concerned about that person. So I've always been concerned about Brittany, but I got pulled into the like Brittany, Free Britney movement because a lot of the Britney fans, they love her so much that, you know, they worry so much and they care so much that there's a lot of them sort of going cuckoo with it, coming up with conspiracy theories, trashing Sam, her boyfriend, who is one of my closest friends. And that's mainly how I got into it, is because I was reading all this crazy stuff about Sam that was just completely not true. And it just hurt my heart for him because I know him as a person. I know for a fact that he loves her. They think weird things like he's being paid by the father and the conservatorship to stand by her side. They think things like there's a Brittany body double. There's no a portion of the fans.
Okay.
And then there's just like any other thing that's spread around, like political fake news or any other name. There's Brittany fake conservatorship news. It's bad enough already to where no one needed any fake news or conspiracies added on top of how bad it is. This is a girl who never needed a conservatorship, who was forced into it by her father so that he could hold on to her money, which was supporting the entire family. And then we're talking now, cut to 12 years later. So it's 12 years of being controlled by who knows what, and who knows what means they use to control. I know what means they use to control, but let's just say, I can't necessarily say, but who knows what means they use to control. But when people use things to control someone for 12 years, it affects them. So it takes a lot of time and probably therapy and stuff to get out of that type of control. Imagine being kidnapped and the person gives you just bread and water all day. At the end of that 12 years, you would sort of connect with that person and think that you needed that person because they're bringing you your bread and water. So, but her father in general just took advantage of the situation. He had help from people like Dr. Drew speaking on it when Dr. Drew never treated Britney Spears. He never ever probably even met her, but now, even to this day, he's coming out and speaking about it as though, for instance, not a quote, but something close to this recently, he said, you know, she was in such a bad place that she needed to be put under this conservatorship. Well, the bad place was shaving her head, showing her hoo-ha, possibly doing a little partying because her man, Kevin, was a partier.
Being barefoot.
And being barefoot, I don't know what it was. But none of those things would matter. Like right now, celebrities just go naked and do the craziest shit. If they fall onto drugs or anything, you just go to a rehab, you clean up, you go to therapy. It's a process. But they needed to control her money, not just her. They knew money would go away with a shaved head and with this behavior because she had this image and this brand. And say they put her under this conservatorship. So it really has honestly broken my heart the entire time, even though I didn't really know Brittany through any of that time until Sam started dating her. So when Sam started dating her, I would talk to her occasionally on the phone when she would like take the phone from him. And I never would reveal personal conversations that I've had with her, except for two things that she said 2 times, which the first thing she said when she got on the phone was, "Thank you, Maxi, for introducing me to the best boyfriend in the whole wide world." And she said that twice to me, once in a little emoji text thing with a talking mouse, and another time over the phone. And so then when I read things about Sam, about the fans being concerned that he's being paid to keep her trapped, and all these sort of bizarre things, like he's part of the conservatorship, which he's not. He and the dad do not get along. The dad has put Sam through hell. Hell. Like, Sam has been put through it. And when we talk about this conservatorship, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, like I said. Like, people think there's a Brittany body double. There's no Brittany body double. People wonder, is she doing her own posts, her own social media posts? And because, like a lot of celebrities have people running their social media accounts. Mm-hmm. So they'll send a tweet or a picture they want to send, and then their social media person posts that image with the necessary hashtags and whatever needs to happen. So before, recently, she had sort of no control over her media posts. I discovered that she just recently has been able to create her own posts, and they're still at this point, to answer the question that everyone's wondering, they still at this point not approve the post, but I guess peruse the post. She sends the post to the media person, and then the media person posts it, but the post originally starts from her. It's a post that she wants to do. Now, people also talk about Sam and how, he got into the video, how he got the chance to meet her and all this stuff. Like, there's lots of conspiracy theories about that. Ranging from he got his dick sucked to, all these bizarre tales of how he got the video. Well, I can tell you how he got the video. I sent his picture to the director. The director sent it to casting. Casting sent it to Brittany. And Brittany personally chose Sam to be in her video. Now, there's conspiracies about how they got together. I'll tell you how they got together. She pursued him, and he actually genuinely liked her. You know why? Because people wonder, oh, Sam's so young. Brittany's older than him, so he must be using her. Well, Sam's always dated older women. He's dated women before her, and I'll tell you this, they were all older, at least by 10 years. That's what he's into. He ain't using nobody. And let me tell you this.
That's his type.
That's his type.
Yeah.
And also, he has paid for every dinner they've ever been on.
That's sweet.
There's not a dinner that she's paid for.
He's a gentleman. Thank you.
He's just a genuine, sweet guy that a lot of the fans are attacking and, disparaging, creating false rumors and narratives about him. And the truth is, he's just this great guy that actually cares about her, really loves her, has been there for her. If you want to talk lonely, Bieber lonely, Brittany's lonely. She has nobody but Sam and a housekeeper, her kids, when the kids come, and that's it. And so the fans who get upset with Sam or don't want her to be with Sam and are suspicious of Sam, they're basically, rendering her even more lonely, like making her be alone. Yeah. Sure, one day they could possibly, I need some Truly.
Yes.
Tea time.
Tea time.
Imagine someday they may drift apart or break up or who knows what. And it's not because Sam was a bad guy. It's because still Sam was the best thing that happened to her during this time.
Yeah.
Because she actually got a genuine, honest guy. And the fans are so worried because she's had such shitty guys in the past.
It's full.
I need some Truly.
I need some ice in there.
So,
Do you need some ice?
There's no more Truly.
Want some ice?
No.
Yeah, there's. We just need a little ice.
Oh.
What was I just saying though?
We were talking about Sam and how genuine he is, and that people they're misunderstanding him.
So that's why I came out and I did this video. I'm still just answering the question of how I got dragged into this. But, so I did this little video just in support of Sam to be like, Sam's not a bad guy. Okay, the video sort of got out there. And then, and I started interacting with the fans because they would reach out to me, and I answer them, and I found out that they're all just genuinely concerned for her. It's not that they hate Sam; it's that they're worried because she's had such shitty boyfriends in the past.
So she's allowed to have a boyfriend.
She chose that boyfriend, got himself. She was at that time she was under the.
But her dad doesn't have control over.
No, at that time she was under the conservatorship, basically controlled by the father. But even at that time, she was able to bring in Sam as a boyfriend. Now Sam was put through hell by the father, and I can't detail all the things that he went through. Okay,
right.
But he went through a lot of hell to even be with her, and.
It's incredible that they're actually, not only do they control the money, but they control her social life, her every move.
Work.
I mean, social media.
It's sad.
It is sad because you think this should be the time of her life that she should be enjoying this, and she's just being kept.
Well, it's getting better. She's, like I said, she has more control over her social media now. When I say things, they're just facts. I would never say anything that I was just guessing about regarding that. I can tell you what they're still controlling to this day is whether she has a baby or not, whether she gets married or not, who her friends are. And those are some big things. We're talking about like some Handmaid's Tale type things to keep her from having a baby. Like, we're talking, I can't detail it, and I'm not going to specifically say, but I will say for sure, she would have had a baby by now. She would have probably been married to Sam by now. She would have groups of friends around her. The only people she really has, that I do have to say, is her fans. And she does love her fans so much, and she does secretly, like, interact with her fans, which I've mentioned before. And the only reason I knew that is because I heard it from a reliable source. And so I knew that that's sort of her outlet, is to listen to what fans say and to also interact with fans sort of secretly. Now, this has caused a problem because there's, let's say, 5,000 fake Brittany accounts with people pretending they're Brittany now and pretending to call people and, like, pretending to be Brittany. And so I've had, let's say, 100 messages from people saying, is Julie Stevens 123 really Brittany? And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know. Someone is, but I don't know if it's Julie Stevens 123 because she's definitely just bored and getting out there and reading things and commenting on stuff and liking stuff. She does do that, but
she should be allowed to do that because everyone has that freedom to look at a post or be engaging, and it's
but anything,
socializing.
But controversial things, I think that they still edit. They still would prevent her from posting certain things. Yeah. She has freedom now to say, I want to post this, and then they go through it and then they post it. It's not now. In the past, it would be like they would post some flowers with a thing that said, God bless all of y'all, and it wasn't even from her or whatever.
Right.
But now at least they're from her. And now a lot of fans are complaining about those posts. So,
oh, my goodness.
So she's... Oh, am I really doing this? Okay, hold on.
Sorry. It's too cold in here.
Sorry. So... I was such a plugged up. Okay, so what was I saying?
Over there, you can turn up low.
Oh, what was I saying?
So you were saying that she's able to post her own stuff now. So how long have her and Sam been together?
Sam and her have been together for years, since the Slumber Party video. So I've worked on several music videos of Britney's in the past, and people wonder, why don't you say that working with Brittany or on Brittany videos is your favorite thing in the world? Because they put you through hell to work on a Brittany video. They take your phone, not just cover your phone, they take your phone. There's been drug tests in the past for Brittany videos, for the crew, for like PAs and stuff. There's been, and what I do on a Brittany video is I just bring two phones. An old one that's off, and my real
Here's
one.
my flip phone.
I'm like, take it. I don't want to communicate today anyway.
I'm just going to turn it off for you.
And I just have my phone the whole day and do whatever the fuck I want, motherfucker. So,
whoops! I hope none of those people are watching this because now you're called out.
But I don't care if they're called out because I've had a lot of Truly, and Truly really makes you be.
It's like the truth
Speak
serum.
the truth.
It's truly.
Truly makes you speak the truth, honey. But let me say, what else do I want to say about that subject? Yeah.
But wait, Brittany and Sam have been together for how long?
Years since the slumber party video. So I think it's 3 or 4 years now.
And so
they deserve to get married if they want to get married.
I know. Her mom and dad are divorced, correct?
Yes.
So why does the mom not have any control or say?
I think the mom is actually getting more control now as the dad is getting less control. This is what people don't understand too. Although the conservatorship is going to adjust and evolve and possibly change, for a while there's still going to be some form of a conservatorship because she herself probably at this point has been convinced through whatever methods they used in the last 12 years that she needs some sort of help and guidance. Otherwise, why would she have tolerated it, this long? They have her convinced that she needs the help.
Mm-hmm.
But what hurts me the most about it all is now knowing that if she wanted a baby, she can't have a baby. She can't have a baby. I'm not going to say why or how they're physically stopping her from having a baby, but they're physically stopping her from having a baby. And they are preventing her from getting married, preventing her from doing any of that. And you know what? They would have the greatest marriage, and they would have the cutest kid, and they would be really great, whether or not they broke up down the road. Like I said, even if they broke up down the road, Sam was still the best thing for her at this time. And that's the thing that people don't understand. They think because there's all these bad things around her, controlling her, and, basically, affecting the standard of her living, Sam's not one of it. And so I came out and talked about, so now I'm sort of stuck having to reply to, and not that I'm not a part, I'm for the Free Britney movement because I feel she needs to be free and should have never been under a conservatorship. But I was never, so heavy in the, the promotion of it. I always prayed in my heart for her and was sad for her. But now I'm actually in it, like I'm sort of...
I feel like we're in it now, too.
I think we are.
We are here to free Brittany Henry.
Free Brittany! Come on!
Let her live her life, people.
Let her fucking live her life. But they won't. And so, but it's not just the conservatorship, and it's not just the media and the press and the paparazzi. It's also, a portion of the fan base gets sort of negative with her sometimes. Like she'll post a video of herself. There's no ring light. There's no makeup artists and beauty people. She's just sort of showing her quirky personality self because she's excited to be able to present herself to the world and post her own shit. So she's posting stuff that's like wild and funny and quirky and weird, but they're reading into it. Like,
what's wrong? What's going on?
What is wrong? There's something wrong. She just is trying to transition out of a 12-year conservatorship.
She doesn't know how to be an adult.
Into another weird conservatorship, which will in the end lead to another one, which will in the end lead to something where she has more control, to the end where she probably just has like financial managers and stuff like that. But I feel like they have controlled her so long that she now feels that she needs the little guy, or otherwise she would just fight to get rid of it completely.
Right.
She's sort of fighting to change it, to adjust it, to maneuver it more in for her benefit. But she's really not fighting to get rid of it completely. I feel like that's a separate...
it's probably scary because she's had that kind of somebody
been treated like a
looking
child
out
this whole time
and supporting, her, but then also confining her. So it's very scary to have to like break free of that.
I can't imagine being locked in a house for 12 years, but basically she's locked in a beautiful prison for 12 years.
That's insane.
So how are you after that? Aren't you scared to get out there?
Yeah.
Aren't you afraid to do this, to speak, to do that, to go out to even the store? I would be.
And imagine you post one thing and a million people are commenting it's not all positive. It's not all, it's mostly negative probably, which is unfortunate.
No, not mostly negative.
That's
I
good.
have to say most people comment positively. Even the negative comments, they're sort of, billing as positive comments. They're like, oh, this is such a strange video. I hope you're okay. We love you. Wish you the best. Bitch, don't say it's a strange video. She don't need to fucking hear that. She thinks she's just putting out herself. Yeah. If you put out a video of yourself being quirky and weird, everyone gonna think your video fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nobody that's in their own space and being themselves that's like perfect.
No, and everyone's gonna
Makeup
criticize.
Nikki is
Honey,
trying to get in touch with
Slicky
you.
Nikki keeps trying to call me, honey.
Nikki, he's busy.
And Nikki
With the
Parisi.
babes.
Apparently, you're not watching the
I
podcast
know.
here,
No,
Nikki.
Tune in, Nikki.
No, she probably is. That's why she's calling. But that's
time.
Nikki Parisi. That's Nikki Parisi, who's also a fabulous hair and makeup person in the industry.
Yeah, Nikki, we need you here, girl.
I keep thinking I need lip balm. I'm feeling a little
Oh, maybe
dry.
that's why she's
Hey,
calling
Zoe.
you. Maybe Nikki's
Yeah.
like,
I'm here for you.
dude, put your chapstick
She's like,
on.
your lips are dry. Oh, no.
It's okay. It goes back in. It goes back in.
But wait,
But where is it?
But now it's
oh, here it
dirty.
is.
okay. No, it's
What's it?
fine.
Oh, my finger was just on it.
Okay, that's fine. We're a bit COVID-y over here. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, Zoe, help.
Okay.
Nikki, where are you?
Nikki's in Montana doing a
Oh, you're not making it in time.
Oh, wait, this is not the Slicky
It's the way
King.
back. It's backwards.
Yeah.
You put it back.
I probably shouldn't have had all this Truly before talking about all this shit. Okay, so
I think that it's a
these
good thing you
girls
did.
got me drunk before talking.
What?
I can't even. I'm holding up this stained paper. So before the
That was his own fault.
Yeah, that was. Just in case you weren't here for that part with no sound.
People want more.
Did I mention Brittany does not have a fucking body double? You fucking psychos.
Yeah, there is
No
no
body
body
double.
double.
There's
I
no
did not.
body
Amy
double.
did not get any calls this week for the body double position. Okay, so we know now.
Yes.
So, no body double, people. It drives me, like, that type of shit really drives me crazy because there'll be people, like, spreading that. They're like,
Yeah.
look at her. This is obviously not her hair.
Well, we're
This
stopping
is
that right
not
now.
her.
There's no
Wait,
body
anybody
double.
can have any hair.
No
though.
body
Like,
double.
Nobody has their own hair.
If
right?
they want to focus on something horrible, focus on this. They're preventing her from having children that
That's sad.
she wants to have, and they're preventing her from getting married. They're preventing her from having friends.
That's horrible.
She's like a caged animal.
She can't have friends. Like, if she was like, oh my God, Julie and Stephanie, come over. There's none of that. Like, there's nobody coming over. There's no friends.
I think we have a mission.
So, just know that.
Why don't we just go there?
You guys need to go there. I'm not going to go there.
No.
You know,
Why don't
because
you come with us?
I don't want to cause it. No, because I'm not doing any of that. I
Fine. Mara and I will free Brittany on her own.
I
Don't
guess
be
Listen,
involved.
it's our own
I
mission.
am helping to free Brittany in my own way by trying to get the truth out there, clarifying a few conspiracy theories, and I actually know her. I speak to her occasionally through Sam on the phone.
Without her dad knowing.
Without her dad knowing,
Yeah.
because he would not allow me to speak to her.
You have the soup can
They
with
would
the string.
They would
Hello?
never allow me to be friends with her. But side note, the first time I saw
Side note.
Brittany was in New York at the rehearsal for the Christina Madonna kiss. So
Oh.
me, Avril, and Kelly Osbourne went in. We were the only 3 people in the entire auditorium. It was locked and shut down.
Did you have a
And
clipboard?
I watched them kiss over and over and over. I had no clipboard. I watched them kiss over and over and over for the rehearsal. And then I started singing like Christina. I was like, wah. And when I did that, her bodyguard didn't like it and threw me out. So I got thrown out
Of the kiss scene.
the kiss scene. So I think we could just start taking questions now. I mean, well, I don't
Let's
know.
do
What do you
some
guys want to do?
Yeah, who's Lou
I think
Taylor?
questions.
Lou, I have no idea. I will not discuss Lou Taylor.
You have no idea, but you won't discuss it.
Well, I don't
We
want to
will
talk
not do
about
that.
people that I don't know and I don't have detailed
Okay.
information about.
Okay, let's get a question in here.
Let's get another one. Sorry, Lou.
Lou,
Trust me, everyone
No,
brings
no.
no, everyone brings up Lou, but
Oh,
if I don't
really?
know Lou, I'm not going to talk about
That's
it.
our first time hearing Lou's name.
Yeah. Lou,
Yeah,
you
Lou,
out.
Lou's
Sorry,
up
Lou.
in there somehow.
Anyone?
Okay, let's see. Does Sam want to marry her?
Does Sam want to marry her? That's
Yeah,
a
he
good
does.
question.
Does
He
Sam want to marry
does.
Brittany?
He
Sam
does.
want to marry Brittany.
All right.
Everyone keeps asking about her sister and her relationship.
Sorry, I don't know about the sister. I don't.
We
I don't
can't tell
want
you what we
Maxi?
don't know.
I'm only going to talk about things that I actually know.
Yeah.
And that way you guys will know it's factual.
Well, her sister doesn't live here, right?
I just don't know shit about her sister.
Yeah.
I know,
don't know.
that her sister and her mom are becoming more involved now that the dad is stepping
Well, it's
back.
about time.
Okay.
Or
All right.
being
We need some
forced
female
to
energy.
step
All right. What else you got, Josh?
My hands are always up in the air. I talk like Donald Trump. I'm like,
I thought you were Italian because
How do
we
you
talk
know
with
it?
our hands.
Someone asked, how long have you known Sam?
I've known Sam for, I think, 6 years.
6 years.
6 or 7 years.
So you knew Sam before he met Brittany.
I know Sam long before he met Brittany.
Okay. And he's always liked older women.
Always liked
is
older
always
women.
Keep him away from
A
us.
lot of people, but here's another one we can clear up. Sam is
Not come on our show, Sam.
No, but we should clear this one up for Sam's sake. Sam is not gay. Okay, people? No matter how much you want him to be gay, no matter how much sometimes he looks gay in his little... Because he's like so good looking that no matter what he does, he looks gay. So he's not gay, okay? Just, he's not. And he's not...
He's not gay.
Clearly, he's in love with Brittany.
He's not hooked. He's not... Well, they say a lot. Besides gay, they say a lot of horrible things.
Oh, no.
And it's just, he's not. He's a really honorable person that if he was gay, he'd just be gay. But he accepts gays and has gay friends and, like, has made friends with me. And so people just come up with their own little scenarios.
It's okay to be
for him.
sensitive and have a connection with your feminine side if you're a male.
He
It's
doesn't
okay.
even have a connection to his feminine side. Like,
He
I don't
just
know.
likes you.
I don't know where they get. No. We're just
friends.
We're friends. We met
Yeah.
on a shoot, and we worked together as well, so we had time to like become friends.
What does Sam do?
Sam is an actor.
Oh, okay.
People say he's a model. Oh, may as well clear this up. He's not a model. He's an actor. He's never been a model. He's done one favor fashion shoot for a friend, designer, and he does photo shoots and magazines where it's...
Is that Nikki again?
If it's Nikki.
Oh, no, honey. This is Miss Lizzie Arroyo.
Lizzie.
Lizzie, bitch. Don't be calling right now.
We
were
live.
Listen, you guys, I have to apologize. I know things have been a little rocky, and it was hard to get this thing started, and there was no sound and all this shit. But later, it's going to be edited into this cute little package that you can just watch and listen to, and hopefully just send to all the other people who are spreading conspiracy theories. Like, just clear up a few of them.
Yes.
Like, it's so horrible.
I feel like you clear up a lot
Worse
of them.
than all those conspiracies is the truth. No baby, no marriage, no friends.
I
Like,
know.
Very
Who cares
sad.
about the body double? Like all that.
No, but she worked her whole life. Like, literally, her whole life.
Yep.
She has worked.
Since
And
the
she has
Mickey
been in
Mouse
the
Club?
spotlight. Yeah,
right?
since she was in the Mickey Mouse. So her whole life, she's been on the spotlight. She can't even enjoy her life in her older 30s.
I've cried over it, and I don't really know her that well. You know, I know her, you know, like I said, I know her through Sam.
Yeah.
And I would never really reveal anything that she's ever said to me during the few moments that we've talked or the few times we've talked. But the one thing, like I said, is that she thanked me for, she said, quote, "Thank you for introducing me to the best boyfriend in the whole wide world." Which, if the fans care about her, that's how she feels about Sam. So supporting her relationship with Sam, who's one of the only people in her life, keeping her from being alone.
Yeah.
You know, why can't they just support that? It hurts her.
Yeah.
Because imagine, what would you feel if somebody was like, John Feldman's a bastard?
I know.
You know, wouldn't you be like, that hurts?
Yeah.
Because John Feldman's not a bastard.
No.
And that's wrong to say about John Feldman.
And I don't have a body double.
Amy has no body double. John Feldman's the
neither
most
do I.
wonderful man in the whole wide world. He really is.
Oh, thank you, Maxi.
You have a good husband. Okay, any more
Thank you.
questions?
Yeah. Oh,
No
yes.
one's asking us any questions. That's
what
a
else
surprise.
do we have over here, Josh?
Josh?
Well, you kind of like hit a lot of the things already.
Well, we can do repeats.
No, sister, that. What do you think they should do instead of the if there was no conservatorship? Like,
I think she should be able to lead her life and make mistakes and fall and pick herself back up.
Learn
like
to be
every
an adult.
other fucking celebrity does.
Yep.
Calibabes are here for you. We'll help you.
Honey,
yes,
we're all here for her.
Definitely here.
I don't think she's watching, but I have to say.
You never know.
You never know.
She will be seeing this down the road, for sure.
And she's a fan of you.
There is another thing, though, that they do ask a lot. They always ask me what my pronouns are.
Yes.
Yes.
I did want to ask you.
So my pronouns are whatever the fuck you want to make my pronouns. You can call me it, he, she. I just don't want to be called them or they because I'm not multiple people.
That's right.
And I don't want to be one of the letters, one of the gay letters, because the letters are driving me nuts. They keep adding letters to where I don't know what letter.
It's so long now, I don't even know what it is.
Well, I don't know what letter I am. Like, imagine that. So
I think you're a babe, so I'm going to say letter B.
No, I think babe. I think B is for so LGBTQRSTVU. All those letters are, the L is a gay woman, the B is a guy or a person that's sometimes gay, the the LGBT.
But
the T is someone that was gay but is turning into an actual sex. Transgender people, I guess, are the only ones that, once they do transition, they are that
the other one.
Yeah, then it's like,
they committed.
There's something that's
they are she,
Okay.
Right.
But then there's like a lot of people that are like, bearded with a bun and heels or whatever, and they're like, they
confused.
Identify as a woman that day or whatever. Well, you know what? There's people who identify as Cleopatra and Jesus, and so I can't. And their friends and family should absolutely be like, Jesus, come here for coffee,
right?
And that's cute, but I don't want to expect people to do that because it's so confusing. It's like if straight people had letters, there would be so many letters.
It's Nikki again.
This better not fucking be Nikki. No, it's worse. Okay, so, but I mean, if straight people had letters, there would be the F for foot fetish, S and M, I guess, A for anal, like C for cross-dresser. Like, they would have the whole fucking alphabet if straight people had letters.
I think there would.
And we're heading towards that. Like, we as a people who have,
we've already. Why do so specific?
I know. Why can't it just be like,
I don't
understand.
And please, I don't, because I don't understand it myself. Like I said,
and
I don't.
You don't understand. We
How
definitely
don't
understand it.
Well, I don't understand what letter I am. Am I a gay or a queer? I'm one of those, I think. I'm a Q.
So we just had this conversation.
But they think I'm a tranny, and I just tell them I have long hair and an extremely beautiful face, but I'm not transitioning. I'm just an androgynous alien. I prefer it. If you call me it. Or he,
oh,
she.
God, it. All I think about is that movie with the crazy clown.
Yeah.
Like, I feel anyone could call me anything that they see me as.
Well, we just had this conversation. So with queer, they were saying, we were talking to two girls, and they were saying it's just being weird and different.
Oh, so I'm probably a queer.
So right, which would be one of the things.
Okay.
Which I feel like I might be queer. I like to be weird and
different.
different.
But I think you also have to be into hoo-ha. You know what I mean?
Okay, so then I'm not queer.
Yeah, you're not a queer. What you are is you're odd. You know what I mean?
Am I odd?
Yeah, you're
so
on.
I have
no, straight people have their own letters. It's O. Like, the STVO.
So I'm an O.
You're an O right after
What
F.
is O?
I don't know, but I'm it.
It's after foot fetish, and O is the odd. So odd is like gay queer, but it's the straight queer. Okay.
Okay, so I know my pronoun. Is that a pronoun?
Her pronoun
I'm
is...
a letter.
Her pronoun is...
Oh,
you don't have a pronoun.
I don't have a pronoun. I'm just a letter.
You're just odd.
You're just odd. You're just a word.
They don't want to hear about this. Okay, so what happened was they filled these cups with something called Truly.
It's
Truth
tea.
serum.
It's just tea.
It's not
Truth serum.
It is not tea. Because I'm so wasted. I don't even drink. Okay.
Do you think that she will get out of the conservatorship and have kids with Sam eventually? Or...
I believe that... I can tell you right now that if there was no conservatorship, there would be a baby and they would be married.
Oh, we really need to
So
free Brittany
if
so
the
she can live her life.
conservatorship dwindles down a bit more and she gets more control over her own life, she will have a baby very soon and she will be married very soon.
She likes being a mommy, huh?
Because I've talked to Sam about getting married to her and having babies with her 100 times.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that his heart is like, I'm not giving up.
No, he doesn't care that they all hate him. He doesn't care that the father is ruining his life. The father has come after Sam so hard. Like, oh, I can't see me telling some of the things that the father's done to Sam goes outside of Sam's NDA. So I've eavesdropped. Sam didn't tell me certain things I overheard. Like if I was in a car or in a room and he was on the phone, I was eavesdropping. Like I was. That's
It
just
sounds
how
like
I am.
the dad is not a very nice person.
The dad is a pile of shit. Okay.
And not a rabbit poop.
No. The dad is a pile of shit who only cares about money. He, of course, has love in his heart for his children, but money, as we know, wins over family, friends, or anything.
Not
People
here,
kill
baby.
each other for $300. People have gone to jail. So when we're talking 300 million, if you need to sort of keep your girl working and keep her from getting married and wasting money, like the past husbands have gotten money, from the divorces. So the dad doesn't. That's why they don't want her to get married again.
Yeah, 'cause Sam
Although Sam and her could get a prenuptial agreement, which Sam would agree to. Sam doesn't need money from her. Sam makes a lot of money. And like I said, Sam pays for every dinner. Okay?
Sam,
Show me
you're a true gentleman.
one time that Sam has not paid for dinner for them. And, I've known a lot of people that have dated a lot of celebrities. And at a certain point, the person with the more money starts to pay for things, the trips and the dinners, because it's just, a thing. But Sam won't allow that.
That's
Sam
so
will not
sweet.
allow. How do I look right now? Jesus.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God, I would say
You do. I know. That's
Josh did good lighting for us.
So
Thank
tell
you,
Nikki stop
Josh.
calling, because I know she's probably got some notes for you, like powder your nose or something. But
Well, I think out
fine.
of the 42 people that are watching,
Still?
5 of them have called us. So,
Oh.
5.
Wait,
But
you don't have questions? I believe you do, okay?
we didn't want 300,000 questions. I wanted
A few good ones.
377 questions, or however many followers this podcast has. I wanted that many questions. And we don't have any more questions?
Josh, is there
Zoe, do
anything
you have
else?
any questions,
People
Zoe?
keep asking
So you
about-
guys don't really care
people keep
about Brittany? No, I'm just kidding.
They keep asking about the conservatorship. What do you think about fans that are?
There's a
pushing
lot
it?
of details, though, within the conservatorship. So each conservatorship question is not the same. So let me hear them all.
What are they saying?
Because if I can answer it, I want to answer it for them.
Is the goal to transition Brittany out of the conservatorship?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we hear Josh?
yes,
Or do
yes.
we
The goal is
questions?
the goal is to get her to not have a
Transition her out of
she
it.
never needed a conservatorship is the whole point.
So is that the Free Brittany movement? Is that
So trying
free
to free
her
her.
from that conservatorship?
From her dad.
She never needed that. Her
But
dad's
that's what
already
the movement it is.
No,
That's
but-
the hashtag.
No, but her
Free
dad
Brittany.
is already semi-removed, on his way to being removed completely. It's not that. It's that still that transition to a different conservator. The conservator who was in control before is no longer there. It's a new conservator now that's a woman,
Who
actually.
put her in charge?
I don't know. It was the judge. The judge allowed her to get her own lawyers and her own so details like
so
that.
she has a little control.
Honestly,
a tiny bit.
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't really delved into the legal matters. I'm
Mhm.
more in the emotional matters of the situation. The legal matters as they unfold, we all know them all at the same time because they're public knowledge.
Right.
I mean, public record. So anyone can find out any of the public information, anything legal that happens in regards to her case is public information. So, but I don't really, I get myself involved in that part. I want it to end completely. I don't think she needs a conservatorship of any kind at all. I think people should be able to make mistakes and fall and get back up.
Yep.
That's how you learn and
Her
grow
life-
and become an adult.
Her life
They've
could
kept
never
her
be
a
ruined.
child.
Her life could never be ruined. She could, if she spent every penny she had on bubblegum, she could just go and make $150 million in 1 second. There is never a need for Jamie, her father, to have worried about paying his bills because she shaved her head and was going to possibly not work anymore. The cash cow was sort of going away. They were afraid that the money machine was going to fizzle. People weren't going to buy albums, or she wasn't going to work. If she's shaving her head, she must not want to do an album or do shows. So that's why they took control of her. And that control has gotten out of control. Because sure, if there's something wrong at the time, you fix that, you get them through therapy, you get them through rehab, and then you take them off of that conservatorship. But no, not if money is on the line. You know,
and they made it more.
I'm so
than
nasal.
It
I
was.
hate my voice on this podcast. Damn it!
It's because it's too cold in here.
I know, but I'm never going to watch this,
freezing.
and I hope no one I know is watching.
Oh, don't say that.
I hope
Maxi,
only
we love
strangers. No, I hope
All right.
only strangers.
So then we're done. We're done here. We
Any
are
other
done here.
questions?
No, we're
got more
not. We're going to
questions.
answer more questions.
Someone's asking about Brittany having dementia. Is that true?
Does
or what?
Brittany have dementia?
Oh, okay.
And
So
what
I'm
is-
not. Wait, let's do it one at a time. So I'm not a doctor, but 0 doctors have diagnosed her with dementia and released that information. So anything that you've heard or seen online that says Brittany has dementia, etc., that would be a false statement created by a psycho that's just trying to talk shit, because they would never know that. A medical diagnosis like that would be only privy to her doctors and her closest family members. So there's no conspiracy theorist cuckoo bird out there that can claim she has dementia. No, homegirl does not have dementia. Okay,
And she's
next.
really not really old enough to even.
I was gonna say.
No, I mean, well, who knows? They can claim she has dementia to benefit the conservative.
Right.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
You know, they can claim anything, but go ahead. No dementia.
Another question, Josh.
Yeah.
I would know if she had dementia.
Well, so there's a second part to that question. It was, what does Sam think about that? The
About her having
Dementia?
dementia?
Yeah.
What does
Sam
he think
doesn't
about her
believe
having
it.
dementia?
I think he doesn't
Sam
believe it.
does not believe. Okay, let me speak for Sam here.
Yes, please.
So Sam does not. This is almost hilarious. Okay, so I mean, if Biden doesn't have dementia.
Clear up the rumors.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll address this. No, she doesn't have dementia, and no, Sam doesn't think she has dementia. Sam actually thinks she's great. Like Sam
Sam
loves
wants
her.
to marry her.
Sam
I
to
don't
be
think
with her for
Sam
that
would
long.
be with her if. Well, maybe he would stand by her side through her
He
dementia.
would. He would. He sounds like the kind of guy that would. He'd
Yeah.
be
When
like,
she's
honey.
80,
He would.
if she
Okay,
gets
he would.
dementia.
He would
but-
stand by her side through this horrible dementia that she's
Yeah.
experiencing. Okay, look. There's no dementia. There's no body double. Sam's not getting paid. What else?
And
I have a
and
list.
Sam's not gay.
I did a big list. Oh, not gay. I have a long list for you guys, but there's
So
certain.
you spill your food all over it.
I'm so embarrassed to lift my list because I have chili on my list.
I think it was
It's
so
horrible.
It was soy sauce and chili.
No, I'm pissed because I would have held this list in my hand the whole time. I have to okay, wait.
Look over there.
Let me just look. Okay, so
How can
I
you
think
read your writing?
this is a list of conspiracies that you guys
you're
have created
writing?
that I've had to document on this paper, which now has chili on it, and I can't read it. Okay, wait. Baby.
What's
Oh,
that?
yes.
What's that word?
Dates.
Oh, dates older women.
People,
Yeah.
they want to know if she's working, if she wants to work, if she's making music, and if she sees her kids.
Is Brittany seeing her kids? Is she working?
She sees her kids
making
occasionally
music?
as much as she can and less than she wants to. She wishes she could see her kids a lot more. She ain't working right now. She don't feel like doing shit right now. She's handling shit right now. I think that the finances are attached to that because if she works, then it's still attached to the father somehow. I don't think any
So
of
she
this.
doesn't want to work right now.
She doesn't. Well, would you want to work
No.
after
Well-
working for 30 years in the spotlight? And
Yeah.
And
just
she
started
will
and we
work.
don't want to work anymore.
Oh, believe me, she's gonna come out with the best show and the best albums and all that shit coming up.
Yeah.
Very soon. She will be releasing stuff. It'll first come with a single, like everyone else, but this is just normal music industry type shit. Within a certain period of time, she will release more music because it's just sort of standard to do that.
Well, and the fans are waiting for it.
Yeah, and they're gonna get it. They're gonna
Yeah.
get music from her. They're gonna get more live shows from her. Maybe another Vegas residency from her. It's just all of that will happen without her dad's involvement.
And you can't stop that kind of stardom and that kind of, I mean, that's been in her blood since she was a child.
She
You can't
loves
stop that.
her fans.
Yeah, and that's her life. That's
And she
what
loves
she knows.
performing.
And
So that's what she's done her whole life.
So she will continue, I'm sure, to do that. But, you know, a break in between is always good.
Yep.
And I'm sure that, you know,
Everyone's kind of forced to have a break right now.
honestly, I can't. I don't want to speak on shit I don't know about, to be real. So I would say I can't say when she's going to start working again, you know. But all I can say is that she definitely will start working again.
And when she does, she's going to look great because you might be there to make her.
She's going to look cute, and I won't be there to make her look cute. Because, no, I won't. It won't be me doing her. I will grow to be friends with her over time, you know, if her and Sam stay together. But I doubt I'm going to be working with her in a hair, makeup, or wardrobe capacity. I'm just probably going to be
You're
acquaintance.
too
You're the
busy
friend.
working with
The
Cala
friend.
Babes.
Yeah,
doing
you're
our
going to be
hair and
very
makeup.
busy.
I'm gonna
Obviously,
be the
we're going to
friend.
some pawpaw.
I'm just going to be the friend, you know, and it's I never, you know, I don't know. Working with her is, I just want her to be happy.
Yeah.
That's all.
We all want that. Brittany,
I just want Brittany
babe,
happy.
we want you to be happy, honey.
They want to know if she can speak out publicly herself, or if she's allowed to, or why she hasn't, or why she can't.
Why can't Brittany speak out?
She, her media is, like I said, being
Monitored.
not monitored. I'm trying to think of a better word.
Filtered?
Filtered a bit. Not filtered. Is being
Screened.
screened-ish. But it's her social media. It's her posts, but they're approved. You know, like a lot of celebrities' posts are approved by publicists and managers and agents. That's not actually so unusual. What was the second part of that question?
Like, it's can she speak out? If she can't, why doesn't she use why does she use someone else's account? Why doesn't she find a way? Like,
she does have I can tell you 100% for sure she does use other accounts. It's not probably the accounts that you're thinking that's been messaging you and you've been talking to on the phone, because there's 5,000 fake Brittany accounts. But she goes out there and just has fun on social media. I know this for a fact. But also, slowly, she's regaining more control over her own media. So eventually, she's going to be posting more and more and more things which the fans can judge and talk shit about. Because that's when I read it, it's like, are you a fan? It's like, come on. Like, give this woman a chance to do her...
Give her a break.
To post a little clip of her without makeup on, where, you know, she might not be in the best light, where she's doing weird shit. It's okay. It doesn't mean she's going crazy or she's on drugs or that they have her on a chain by her ankle. They do though. They do not by her ankle, but they have her. But it's, you know, it's it doesn't mean that.
So they want to know. Does she have full access to a full cell phone of her own, and like does her team have control over her camera roll or like?
She has full access to a cell phone because she calls Sam like a normal person.
Right.
So I know that. Do I have sludge? No. So so she does have full control over a phone, but by full control nothing. She doesn't have full control over anything, I would say.
Does someone listen into her calls?
She's getting more and more control. No one's listening to her calls. She does have her own phone. She does have her own camera. She shoots her own little posts and little things that she then forwards to the people that then post it for her. And that's exactly how it happens. No matter what you try to come up with, no matter what conspiracies you try to create, that's what's happening. It's less free than we are to post, you know? But like I said, a lot of celebrities have people monitoring their social media accounts. And a lot of publicists and managers, you know, if a client's sort of wild or political or whatever, and you know, they will try to control the media of that.
Right.
That's true.
And that's not so unusual.
Right.
So
That's true.
Well, they have to control ours a lot because we get a little bit crazy. So, you know, if you
guys,
wonder
I'm
why it's
sorry.
really tame on Calababes.
I did not intend for any of this to happen. I got drunk off of Truly in this Calababes
This is
mug.
true. It was the
No,
mug. It had
I
nothing to do with
did.
the Trulies.
He's just drinking tea.
It was
It's
tea.
not tea, honey.
Tea time.
Has
And
anyone,
it's pretty rude. I mean, I plan on doing it. Yeah, I wanted to do a professional little, like, informational. I didn't want to be all...
So now we're rude. Okay.
No.
Thank you, Maxi.
I just-
We love you.
I just didn't want to be like this. So, I'm just kidding.
We love you
being
like
great.
this. You're being
No, I'm
real.
fine.
You're just opening up.
Yes.
Listen, we keep it real on Calababes.
Okay, well, that's why I love Calababes.
That's right.
Josh, got any more?
I say, hey, babes.
Hey, babe.
somebody is asking what happened when she went on Sam's IG Live.
What happened when Brittany went on Sam's IG Live?
You mean when Sam supposedly snatched the phone from Brittany? Ask back. We're going to have to ask a question back at that question.
Okay, well, you guys heard him. Someone asked what's her relationship with her father like.
I think
But-
we
Does
know
she like
that.
her dad?
There's love between relatives, but that I have not personally spoken. I love my brother and my sister, but they bore the shit out of me. So I haven't like talked to them in over 15 years, and it's not because I'm mad at them or anything. So that's just my family. What were they asking about Brittany's family? Wait, what was it?
They're just asking about her dad and
Does she like her dad?
what's the relationship between them, I guess.
I think she's starting to realize that her dad fucked her, you know, not screwed her under, you know, totally destroyed a portion of her life.
Oh.
You
It's
know?
not on her side.
And I think she's starting to realize that. And so, you know, do you love your dad if he robbed you blind for years and years? You probably still do love your dad, you know?
I'm disappointed and probably very hurt and angry.
Somebody keeps asking why doesn't if you can petition to stop the conservatorship, why doesn't Sam do it?
Why doesn't Sam stop the conservatorship?
Or like, can he?
Or can
guess.
he?
There's someone going around saying that anyone can file a conservatorship upon anyone's behalf, which is true. Like if your neighbor or someone was endangering their life and they didn't have any friends and family, you could probably step in to help that person by petitioning a court or, you know, getting some legal avenue to help that person. But the problem with that is that Sam is sort of limited to what he can do because of all the things he had to sign to even have his first dinner with her, you know?
Oh my gosh.
So I don't
Exhausting.
think Sam can do that. I don't think he knows that he can do that. And lastly, I don't think he can do that while there's an existing conservatorship.
I mean, I just can't believe. I love Sam. Props to you because you have stuck it out. You have gone through so much
Yeah.
to be a part of this woman's life. You obviously love her, care about her. I mean, come on. This is something that was real true because if it wasn't, he would have been like, I'm out of here. Like, there's a million fish in the sea. He obviously loves and cares about her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't benefited him
No.
in any way, like career-wise in any way. He was already acting. He was already getting all this.
Sounds
thing.
like he's getting
It
more
is
trouble.
well, it's probably like increased his social media following, like, which I don't know about that because I don't even go on social media. I post, like I said, once a month. I go on there and I do little stories, but had I been savvy with social media, I would have a huge following and blah 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 blah, but I just have never involved myself in that. Sam has always cared about like social media, and like he thinks it's important to do, and I believe
It's his
that
generation.
I believe the
Yeah.
only benefit that it could have possibly gotten him, because it's no financial benefit, like I said, he's not being paid by anyone, no one's giving him any money to do anything. He is not on good terms with the conservators or the father. So all of that is just bullshit. Wait, what was I saying? I'm sorry, I got. What did I?
Well, why couldn't Sam stop it? Like, why couldn't he?
I don't think
Yeah.
he
you know?
can.
He
I don't
doesn't-
think he knows how,
Yeah.
and I think that he has limitations, or maybe he would. You know.
Yeah.
Because he cares about her that much. Like
Right.
it's not just cares about her, he loves her.
Well, we've been together for a while.
They're telling me to tell you, Maxi,
Oh,
that Sam can indeed petition to end this conservatorship as a domestic partner, but are they, like, what are the rules? Are they actually, don't you have to be married to be?
I don't
I
know.
don't
if
lawyer
they-
Sam
fans are
living-
telling you.
First of
living
all, I
together,
don't
right?
think that they're. Maybe they mean partner, like even boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. I don't know.
They're not domestic because they don't live together.
I don't know the law, just like I don't know math or geography.
Or
But I
how
can
many
tell you that.
alcohol is in Trudy's.
No, but I don't know the law or mathematics or any of that or geography anyway. I did not even get through middle school. So what I'm saying is, I did mention to Sam, I would say 2 months ago, I said, Sam, because a fan sent me that information.
Okay.
That, to be honest, I knew, let's say, a month or two ago. Well, I didn't know because someone just sent me something. I didn't know if it was true or not. People send me all this shit, and I don't know if it's true or not. So, but they sent me something that said, did you know that Sam or anyone can file a petition to a conservatorship petition? So in that case, that means any fan or any one of you guys could also do the same thing. But I just don't think Sam knows how to do that, has investigated that. I think that if Sam knew that he could just remove the conservatorship, and if it was that easy, he could just file some papers as her boyfriend and take over or remove the conservatorship, I'm sure that he would.
I'm
And if
sure
you have
nobody's letting him do
information,
that.
please send the information step by step, exactly how, with proof, evidence, facts, and legal documents to back that up, and then I will forward it immediately to Sam for him to file that conservatorship restriction.
Lisa McCarley is a great attorney, they say, and she posted it on her Instagram.
All right.
Got you, but we don't really follow. I doubt Sam follows Lisa McCarley. I don't follow Lisa McCarley. I will look her up, but instead just send it to me, DM it to my DM, and if it's factual, if there's actually a way for him to circumvent the present conservatorship, to remove it and put himself in place of that, filing a new conservatorship. Fans want that anyway, because let's say 78% of the fans are hating on Sam. So do you really want Sam to take over the conservatorship so you can start talking more
Can't we
shit
just
about
cancel
Sam?
it?
Yeah, she doesn't need a
No,
conservatorship.
it
Cancel.
just needs canceled.
My
You need to
thing
start a
is,
new one.
my thing is, she don't need one. She don't need Sam to be the conservator.
No,
But maybe
needs to
she needs
control her
the
own life.
lawyer.
She now
needs
needs
her.
to be weaned off of whatever
Yeah.
they've done to her over time, and she needs to be left alone and supported by her fans. Her fans should not make up conspiracy theories because she sees it. Like I said, she goes online.
And don't
Her fans
judge.
should
Let her
not
be herself right now.
Attack
Let's
the
just
man she
support.
loves. Think about who you love right now. Maybe you don't love anyone. Maybe nobody loves you. But if somebody does, and if you love someone and they love you, imagine what it would feel like if hundreds of thousands of people are trashing that person that you love.
Yeah.
It would be
Like if
very
they were
hurtful.
trashing
Do you think it makes her
Truly's
happy?
right now,
Like,
you'd be
Yeah.
very upset.
if they trash who?
Truly's.
Not truly, honey.
Don't you trash
But
that.
I'm down to my
no
last
tea
sip.
time.
Your last drop?
There's no more
Do you
truly.
have any more
in there.
questions?
Mhm.
Yeah, here's a good one. I don't know anything about this. They're asking.
Who is Lou Taylor? We don't know.
I don't know. No, I know who Lou Taylor is. I just don't
You
want.
do?
I'm not going to talk about Lou.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Lou, you get no airtime.
They're asking about if you know anything about when she burned her gym.
When did Brittany burn her gym? Do you know anything?
She actually, well, listen. The only reason I know about Brittany burning her gym is because Brittany posted that she burned her gym.
I didn't know
And
she
now-
burned her gym.
I did
And
not
when you
know
do
that either.
something, no, but people do things like accidentally burn down their house,
Yeah.
accidentally crash their cars, accidentally, drown their dog. I don't know what people do, but those are accidents. So let's say she burnt down her gym.
Okay.
So what? She accidentally burnt down her gym. That does not mean she was there with a can of hairspray and a lighter, like burning down her
I
gym.
sometimes want to burn down the gym because I don't
Like-
like working out.
Yeah.
But why
Burn
do they
it
think
down,
she
baby.
burned? But wait, the reason they ask this question is because they're thinking there's a sinister reason
Crazy
or a
person.
oh, she's just out of her mind that she burnt down the gym. What about you're just a little clumsy and you don't
You had
really
some
know
candles
about
Knocked
burning
over
while
the
you were working out.
candles.
and you knocked over and you burnt down the gym. Like what?
Yeah.
I have nearly burnt down my house making toast. So I think it's okay for someone to burn
Have an
down their
accident.
gym.
Yeah.
I don't think we should read into it. I think it's okay to burn down your gym. If no one was hurt but the gym, we're all good.
Maybe she
Yeah.
doesn't like working out anymore.
She just
Listen,
Did it-
Jim, you're
no.
burnt.
It was definitely an accident.
Yeah.
But they are saying it's sort of like, oh, she was in a haze and burnt down her gym. You know what I mean?
Anyone's gonna make up some crazy
It didn't work
stories.
like that. She didn't burn down her gym because she was
She's
going
hot. She
cuckoo.
wants to look good. She's not trying to burn down the gym on purpose.
Yeah.
Another question.
Somebody wants to tell you that.
to fuck off.
No.
Shut it down.
That it's difficult. The negativity is difficult, but it's not from her real Brittany army, so it doesn't matter.
No.
I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, no, let me tell you. The Brittany fans and the Brittany army, they love and care. That even when they do get suspicious or they do worry and they do sort of come up with sort of crazy tales, I still answer them and try to talk them down off that cliff because they actually love her. Then there's this batch of crazies that come up with fake shit, conspiracy theories, and hate, and that sort of lump everything all together, that spread false information and crazy shit that actually hurts her. And those people, to me,
Yeah.
I feel are dangerous. Like, if they actually saw Brittany, they would probably, like, attack her, try to rip her. You know, like those
Yeah.
insane fans. So there's a batch of those. I would say only about 5 or 10 million. And those
only.
people, well, out of the hundreds of millions of fans that she
Yeah.
has, I believe, let's say 5 or 10 million are just crazed lunatics who are sitting at home on dirty couches, stuffing their faces with chips in a dirty outfit,
Cheetos.
in an unshowered body, and they're just
Like
like
you are Calababes
living
followers.
in their own filth, covering up with this crazy shit because they have
Yeah.
nothing better to
Nothing
do.
else to do.
So it's not about care or love at that point.
Yeah.
It's about
true.
causing her drama,
Yeah.
causing her problems. When you come up with stories like, oh, she burnt down her, gym
because
because
she
she
has
was
dementia.
on crack or whatever. Like, I don't know what they're saying, but when you come up with those stories, it fuels the conservatorship. It causes
Yeah.
it to be extended.
Yeah.
You're not helping Brittany with even negative replies to her new post that she's doing on her own, where she's sort of showing her real personality.
Support.
When a million people say, "You look a little crazy. You look, what's wrong with you?" Da 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 da. All that stuff, that fuels and maintains the conservatorship.
Yep.
So, in my advice to people that actually love her is stay positive for her.
And support her.
Support her. absolutely be worried because there's a lot to worry about, but don't make shit up. She ain't got body doubles. I don't know how many times I've said she has a body double, but it's because there's a million people saying she has a body double.
Well, who cares anyway? What if she did?
Frilly.
Here, this is what I'm going to do.
Oh.
Dual double.
The one and only. Yes.
So I think that's wrong, and I think it's especially wrong because I think
Agree.
any adult that smokes a vape is a fucking pathetic loser. But being a pathetic loser, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I guess I'm like that.
That's double trouble over here.
Now, I need some more Truly before...
Okay.
I don't
Let's
think there's
go.
more.
Where's
our
Zoe?
waitress?
Zoe.
Let me see.
Where's my sister?
Oh my god.
Oh, they're all empty.
She has emptied it all.
Where'd she go?
Hold on, everybody.
There's no more Truly, so forget it.
There are.
Someone wants to know if because the fake Brittany accounts that she's using, her fake accounts, if there's any way that they can tell the difference between when it's actually her and it's some other fake account.
Yeah, I think there is a way to tell. If an account is Brittany, one of the fake Brittany accounts, first of all, she's not going to say she's Brittany. Okay? That's a big way to tell. If they say that they're Brittany, it's a fake account because she's out there just having fun.
Right.
Being someone else.
Right.
So she's not out there as Julie Stevens 1, 2, 3 going, hey, it's actually me, Brittany.
Yeah.
No, sweetie, that ain't Brittany. Okay.
Yep.
Brittany is doing having her own little fun. I'm sure she connects with certain people that she knows or has known in the past. There's other makeup artists, other people that she apparently contacts, and I can't say, I can't deny that because there's just a person in particular that I really look up to, that I've always looked up to in my career, and that's this guy named Billy B, because he's worked with everyone before me. Like, he worked with Gaga before me, before me, Christina before me, etc. before me. Mm-hmm. And so I've always looked up to him, and he says that he's in contact with her, and I have no reason to doubt him. But everyone else, if she is saying, and she knows him, so it makes sense that she would say, hey, by the way, it's me, Brittany,
yeah.
We're just reaching out. So that I can believe, but when she's reaching out to other people, she's definitely not saying that it's her.
Right.
So a good way to tell if it's a fake account is that the account is claiming to be Brittany.
Yeah.
Then we know it's not.
If it's claiming to be Brittany, it's probably not her.
So tips for that.
So that's the way to tell if it's her or not. So if you're talking to someone about Brittany and she's like, yeah, I think she's great too. She's gone through a lot. And it's like an unusual account. There's more of a chance of that being Brittany.
Right.
Or her just talking about dogs or someone's vacation. Who knows how she's interacting?
Yeah.
She's probably not talking about herself.
No.
When she's going.
What does she care if they know that it's Brittany?
No, but if she wanted to go out and speak online secretly because she couldn't, I doubt that she's out there, acknowledging that it's her, or asking questions about her, or talking about herself.
Right.
I think, if anything, it's just, it's the total opposite of that.
Right.
Like, if she reaches out to you about your dog or whatever, or she sees that you're a strong Brittany fan, so she decides to reach out to you just to play around, it'll be her talking about your dog. It won't be her talking about herself.
Right.
I think that's the best way to tell. That's just my way that I would be able to tell.
Yep.
The only reason I know for a fact that she does go online and has, like, let's say little fake accounts is because I overheard that or was told that by a reliable source.
Right.
So I do know it's true, but I also know it's true that it makes no sense for her to have a fake account pretending it's her.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
She just wants to interact with people. She doesn't want to care that people know that it's Brittany or not.
But there's also people who want that person to be Brittany.
Yeah.
She's reaching out to these people, or people are reaching out to her fans pretending to be Brittany, and those fans want it to be Brittany.
Yeah.
guess what? Sometimes it might be Brittany, but not if she's talking about Brittany. Okay.
So stay
Any other
fans,
questions?
but
Yeah, this one's been coming up a lot. Are they using her kids against her? And is that why she hasn't spoken out to the fans?
I think that she sees her kids less than she wants to. And so I think that she doesn't speak out about that for the fear of making it worse. Also, her kids are growing up. They have friends and they're out there in the real world. So she doesn't want to cause problems in their lives, you know, by doing public weird shit.
She's got 2 kids with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're mainly with him. But, you know, and he's the main reason that everyone hates Sam, because they think Sam's gonna, you know, get a house and a couple of kids out of it and keep the kids, you know, type of thing. Like, the Kevin situation just ended so badly for her after the conservatorship that and I totally understand it, the fans are worried about her and Sam being another Kevin, you know?
Yeah.
Sam's not another Kevin. Sam is the opposite of Kevin.
well, it sounds like she has somebody good in her life, and we can just at least end on that she has someone who's on her side.
Honey,
Obviously,
we can't end. We have more questions, don't we?
No,
Yeah, there's one
but
more.
We can say that. Let's just say that she has a good support system in
Right.
the home base. Hopefully,
She has, I would say her mother, although her entire family has lived off of her at one point,
Oh my God.
I would say that her mom and her sister love her the most out of the family. I'm sure that, you know, I think that the dad's, like I said, a piece of shit. But, and, you know, if he's ever hungry when I'm taking a dump, he could totally come over with a spoon and I'll soft serve it warm
There you
into
go.
a bowl for him. But I just think he
And on
probably also still loves her because she's his daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think he loves money more. And
Yeah.
that was the
Sadly.
problem.
very
I
He
wonder
didn't
why
want
they
to
got
work
divorced.
himself.
I wonder why they got divorced.
I don't know anything
mom
about
and
that,
dad,
but
yeah.
can you imagine being married to that piece of shit, you know? And the
No.
mother is not a bad woman, you know? Believe me, the father controlled anything that occurred. The mother didn't suggest conservatorships and all that stuff.
I'm sure she started young, so at the very young age, she was bringing in this, you know, different status, and everyone got used to it. So when it was threatened to take away, they were like, no, we got to keep this going.
Yeah, but if the dad's the manager, and if the dad's this and that, and if that money is paying for the dad's house, and the dad's prostitutes, and the dad's drugs, and the dad's alcohol, then you don't really want... Oh, I'm sorry. Those were guesses. I just look at her father, and I
Guess on that.
assume that he's paying for prostitutes, drugs, and alcohol. He can't possibly not be doing those 3 things just by the sight of him. But I'm saying, so I believe that he uses her money for that, you know, to pay for his own little gross
Sure.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want that to end. No matter how much you love your daughter, if your daughter is supplying you all your cash, paying for your lifestyle, you will fight to hold on to that, even if you have to control her completely.
I'm
in
sure
order
you
to
make
make
it up
that
in your own
happen.
head that you're
Yeah.
doing it for her own
You
good.
justify it, sure.
Yeah.
You justify it, you know. But you know, that's what you do. So I'm sure he's justifying his actions and thinks he's doing the best for her.
Yeah.
But I just happen to know how so many other celebrities have dealt with issues and problems that were way less than her
Mhm.
problems, and they are fine, you know. So that's my whole thing is she doesn't need anyone to control anything. Everyone needs a manager, an accountant, an agent, a publicist, and they control those parts of your life.
Right.
Your accountant calls you and goes, "Hey, you're spending too much," or whatever. Your manager says, you know, "Don't do that. It's bad for your career." Your publicist calls and says, "If you do that, they're not gonna pay for your residency or whatever." People have jobs that are designed to handle those, to tackle those issues. It doesn't take someone to control someone's entire life, to trap them in a home.
Whether they have a child or not.
No, that's terrible.
Well, that's a big one that I don't
Yeah.
know if I should have said that.
You dished it.
That was a truly thing.
Spill the tea on that one.
But the truth is, they want a baby. The truth is, they want a baby. What?
Is she ever by herself? Is she ever alone?
Is Brittany ever alone?
Honey, Brittany is lonelier than JB has ever been, but
But she always has the housekeeper there, right?
there's always someone there.
But that doesn't mean that she's not lonely.
Right.
Just because there's a housekeeper doesn't mean a friend or somebody who
She's not allowed to have friends.
It's
Like
terrible.
the woman has no friends, so
And that's her dad?
that's from her. The friends would have to go through such a rigorous process with paperwork and testing to even go to her, to spend time with her, that it's impossible to have a friend.
It's terrible.
That is so sad.
That's why I'm sad for her. It's not, I don't have that close of a relationship with her. Like I said, we're acquaintances who've talked on the phone 5-6 times over the course of a relationship that she had with Sam. But the sadness, anyone who has a heart would be sad for the situation.
Yeah.
And the truth of the situation is bad enough that there's no need for any of the conspiracies. So that's why I fight against the conspiracies. That's why I came here today. You know, I knew this was a new podcast that didn't have like this huge following or anything. But I know for a fact that the fans care about her enough that certain bits of information they will spread to the other fans. And hopefully they'll cut down on some of the conspiracy theories,
Right.
or go after those people that are creating the conspiracy theories instead of Sam, and realize that, you know, that she is in a place that she's transitioning out of a 12-year nightmare. So whatever she does, if she does a video clip pouring milk on her and shoving eggs in her mouth, amazing. Do
We
thumbs
support
up.
that 100%.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's your,
Yes.
you know, it's all good.
You're in control of it, so
And
enjoy it.
If she's controlling that, pouring eggs and milk on her, then that's amazing, and there's nothing wrong with it. And
Agreed.
and it's bad. Honey, I need a refill. Crazy lady. She comes in here with a full Truly.
Someone's asking
Somebody needs more tea.
about rallies that are at the courthouses.
Yes.
and
Rallies
have,
at the courthouses?
What does she think about them, and are you gonna go to one ever?
Listen, I want to go to the rallies so bad, but the thing is, the only thing that's preventing me from going to the rallies is fear. Like, I would love to go there with a sign and like fight for her freedom that way, but I'm doing it in other ways.
Right.
And you know, whether they like it, believe it, or know it or not, I don't care what they like, believe, or know. I really don't. Like, I've heard the most heinous shit thrown at me, and I just laugh, and I tell people, like, I've told, I don't know, a dozen of her fans to eat the shit out of my ass. But I'm saying, and they love her, but they just love her in the wrong way.
Right.
So I got you know, I'm from a trailer park, so, like, you can't come at me, honey. Because I will make you cry yourself to sleep at night. Like, they didn't know that.
Max.
They didn't know that. Well, they didn't know that. So they came at me, you know?
Yes.
And I replied, I just block those people. I leave them a shitty comment. I make them sad. And then I block them.
Block them.
Like, that's all I do.
Don't reply.
And that's what I do. I've been enjoying some of the negative fans. I've been enjoying some of the crazy feedback. Because honestly, it's... You know, it's fun sometimes when you're bored sitting there in the pandemic. God dang my nose. I have to take a chili-soaked napkin and wipe my nose. So, but, what was I saying? I mean, during the pandemic, it's just sometimes fun to fight with these crazed conspiracy theorists.
We have a lot of time on our hands now.
So, I mean, come at me and please keep sending the messages.
Because you'll reply and then
Because
what?
I do reply. And... Like I said before I did this, that I will answer the question of any asshole or psycho. You can send assholey questions. You can be like, Maxi, why are you a piece of shit and a fat faggot? And I will answer you right away. I love that shit. Go ahead. What's the next question?
Josh?
Well, I get because they were asking, if you know what Brittany thinks about the rallies at all. But I don't know.
I do.
Okay, what does she think about the rallies?
I know what she thinks about the Free Britney movement. I know what she thinks about the rallies. I know what she thinks about those fans that are supporting the Free Britney movement and the momentum behind it and the passion behind it. And she loves it. And it, honestly, it's sort of like lifts her up and makes her feel stronger and
But
confident.
she feels like she has that support because she doesn't get that in her home, but she knows that everybody out there is rooting for her.
Right.
Well, the truth is all she has right now is her fans, Sam, and her kids.
Yep.
There is no one else. So her fans are very meaningful to her, and she loves her fans, and she gets a kick out of that. She probably doesn't feel herself that she's in as deep of a situation as her fans, some of the fans think she's in.
Right.
She probably doesn't realize she's in as deep as her fans see that she's in too. But I know for a fact because Sam told me, and this is not part of any NDA or anything like that, but I asked him and I was like, well, what does she know about it and does she think about it? Does she know about it and what does she think about it? And he told me that it sort of makes her happy.
Oh.
You know, it makes her feel like she's being supported.
Right.
She does not want to be in a conservatorship. You know, she probably, even after it's all over, will have people wrangling her, and because after 12 years you have been controlled for so long that you feel you need the help still. What is that disease where you get kidnapped, but then you trust your kidnapper? Not
Josh, what is
Munchausen.
that
Don't
called?
say Munchausen because that's the mother
It's
daughter.
not that.
Oh, it's a Blink-182 song. I can't think of the name.
Here, let's Google
Stockholm Syndrome.
it. Stockholm.
Yeah.
So, Stockholm, you don't have control over Stockholm Syndrome. You can't just be like, oh, I don't have Stockholm Syndrome. Even though people have Stockholm Syndrome after a year or 6 months of being trapped, kidnapped, tortured. So after 12 years, you know, there must be a small piece of something in her that makes her feel that she needs some sort of help. And they've convinced her of that in many ways, that she just needs some sort of little help. She does not feel that she needs a conservatorship, though. You know, that the level of what they've been doing to her this entire time. And a big part of it is baby time.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the things I've said today, which I don't even remember many of them, I have to say the big one was, she wants a baby, and they won't let her have it.
That is weird.
It is very strange, but it sounds like they're trying to control everything. So obviously that would be something that would be hers. That would be very difficult to control. So they want to stop that from ever happening.
They don't want to stop the baby. They want to stop the cost, the money.
It's another.
There's a man involved if there's a baby that they might break up, and the man then will get a house and this and that. They don't realize Sam will get his own house. You know, Sam has film offers of superhero roles, starring in television series roles, huge offers. He will have his own house. He will never be living in a house purchased by his girlfriend.
Right.
It will never happen.
Well, it sounds like he's a real man.
I know.
He pays for dinner. He takes her out. Like, props
sounds
to Sam.
like an adult.
Sam, we like
Side
you.
you, if Sam knew that he was brought up 30 times today, he would be so pissed. So don't necessarily forward it all to Sam, because I'm going to tell him. I already told him I was doing this, and I told him that I was going to say a couple of things, and I asked him permission to say one of the things that I said tonight. So I talked to him yesterday about today, but I think I went overboard and said a lot of shit that I wasn't supposed to.
Well, maybe we should have you back so we can continue this fun.
Well, I don't want to continue to talk about this subject, though.
No, but
I wanted
we have
to
other
talk
subjects.
about this once, and just let it out. If I have an update, if I get more information, if something new happens, I will come right back here, and I will.
You heard it here.
This is the only place you spell the T.
I will only spell a T.
Only spell a T with Calababes.
Calababes.
Josh, any other questions?
There are a couple more.
Don't try to lie and say there's no questions, Josh.
There's
There's a few more, but I think they've already been asked.
Some of them you've already answered, but they're just. I think it's new people.
Okay, let's ask if they're probably from another country.
Different time zones.
Hold on. Do you know anything about Brittany getting her domination residency canceled and being sent to was that a show maybe? A domination
Maybe
residency?
that was her
The residency
Yeah, the
canceled?
residency in Vegas.
I know that she wanted. Oh God, see, I have to think back for this because I did hear about this. They wanted her to keep working, and she didn't want to continue on that show at that time, but does want to do one later. I think it's. I think it was when she was starting to get strategic with her career, and is when everything started to unfold with her pulling back from the conservatorship, getting her own lawyers and all that stuff. So at that same time, she was also trying to take control by ending that. But I know that she planned on doing it again. Oh, I'm trying to think now. There was something that stopped her from coming back and doing it at a different place, a different residency. I don't know the details of that. I will update on that because I did hear about that. I just don't remember.
We'll get the deets.
I did remember though. I was told specifically about that show and why she canceled and if she wanted to do it again and all that. I just don't remember the so I don't want to give out false information. Sorry.